Streaming. Start streaming. Okay. And I'm live, I believe. I hope. Alrighty, so I'm live. Hi everybody. How are you? Let me just take care of a couple of things here. I am now doing a live video. And hang on just a moment. Okay. So, I decided to do a live video and do a redo of my Magic Mat by scrapbook.com review because I was told that I was using it the wrong way. And so I went to the scrapbook.com site and lo and behold, I did use it the wrong way. So I want to be fair because I gave it 3 out of 4 stars and I do want to be fair, and I'm going to redo the very same die cuts that I did earlier for y'all. I'm going to redo them now using, these things just keep popping. The same dies that I was using before, except hi hon, how are you, Bonnie? I missed you. I want to redo these using it the correct way. So let's go ahead and do that. And I've been napping all afternoon. I chatted with my mom for about an hour. She's still very sad, understandably so, as am I, but you know, I told her Daddy wouldn't want her to be crying all the time. And so what I'm going to do is this first butterfly that I did earlier, I'm going to go ahead and do it the very same way, except that now I'm using the Magic Mat the correct way. And so the first layer that I did was this mirror cardstock. So how you're supposed to do it is you're supposed to lay it down like so, face down, so that it doesn't ruin your plastic mat. So let's go ahead and do that now, and it should cut well as it did in the other one. And so, yeah, I mean, Bonnie, you know, you understand, Bonnie. You understand so well. So, how these things can be, and we just take it one day at a time, right? And so here we go. It did cut it perfectly well, as well as the embossing. That's what I love about my Spellbinders dies. You know, not only do you get a beautiful cut with beautiful dies, but you also get the embossing. And so that is part 1. Let me go ahead and set this down. Now, the other part that I did was the other cut was using the watercolor paper, and I did explain it earlier that I love using watercolor paper with my intricate die cuts for the simple reason that your intricate die cuts tend to last a whole lot longer when you're using watercolor paper than if you're just to use regular cardstock. And I learned this. This is not my original idea using the watercolor paper. I learned this from one of my BFFs, Christine Johnson. She is Shabby Pink House right here on YouTube. And if you haven't seen Christine's beautiful shabby chic creations, y'all better hop on over to her channel after this one, because she does absolutely, and I'm crossing my fingers that this thing's lagging. Okay, what I was saying was, I'm hoping and I'm crossing my fingers that this cuts on the very first cut is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And you know what, guys? I love my Sizzix electronic machine. I love it, I love it, I love it. No more cranking. Woohoo! Okay. Alrighty. and I want to make sure that I'm focused. And as with my very first video, you can see that it did not cut through on the first try. Okay, so now, and I'm using it the correct way. Okay, so now I am going to have to put a shim. Let me find, what did I do with my, hang on just a moment, guys. Okay, here's a shim. And let me just push this back like so. And I'm so glad that I decided to do it over again, especially in a live video, because now y'all can see exactly what you're getting with this, and that way you can make up your minds whether or not this is going to work for you. So let's go ahead and do that. And as you can see, it did not cut. For those of you who are coming in later, it didn't cut right on the first cut, so now on the first pass, so now I had to add a shim just like I did in my previous video, and let's see what happens. Ooh, okay, I'm showing this to you, and as you can see, it's still not cut right. Okay, so let's do this again. Perhaps I need to turn this over to the other side. I'm gonna try it this way. Okay, and see, the first time that I used it, I only needed to run it once with one shim. So now let me run it. I only needed to run it a second time with one shim. Now I'm needing to run it a third time. And this time I'm going to add a piece of cardstock. And let me put this one here and this one here. And this goes right on top. And now I am glad that the lady who commented in my last video said something, because now I can show you how it truly works, because I was using it wrong. And and using it the correct way, I think it cut. Let's see. Let's go ahead and pick this up. This is the third pass with 2 shims. Okay, so let's see how this piece does. Alrighty, it didn't cut right over here, as you can see. So, and I'm not liking it. I'm not loving it. When I used it the wrong way earlier, I was satisfied with it. But now if I'm going to have to pass it 3, 4, 5 times and it still doesn't cut correctly, it is quickly going down from 4 out of 5 stars to a lower rating from me. Okay, but that's just me. I don't know if I'm being too, whatchamacallit, I don't know if I'm just being too harsh on this, but you know what? When you purchase something, you expect it to be well made. At least I do. So, okay. It did tear up the paper underneath there. But that's okay, I'm letting that go. Alrighty. It didn't cut correctly, and that was the third pass, guys. That was the third pass. So, as y'all know, I am drop dead honest with y'all, and I'm not going to tell you something is absolutely wonderful when I myself don't believe that it is. Okay, you know, it may still work for you. And the thing is, to be fair, I'm using my watercolor paper, okay, but this is what I use to craft. So I'm being fair. I'm using it the way that I always use it, okay? Maybe it needs thinner cardstock. It may be absolutely perfect with thinner cardstock, okay? But y'all know that I don't use thin cardstock. I don't, because that's not what I use on my cards. I like my cards, I like my projects to last. So I don't use the thin stuff. Okay, this one right here, it didn't even cut. Alrighty, so maybe another intricate die. See, that's just it. Okay, I know what you're saying, Jimilani. I know what you're saying. Using a different intricate die cut. But, okay, I have to be honest. I have to be truthful. Not only to you guys, but I have to be truthful to myself. Send me. They always send me intricate die cuts, look, like stuff like this. Let me give you a sneak peek of what I've been doing, okay? Hang on just a second. This product is not out yet, but y'all get to see it here first. It's not finished. It's not finished. And I'll keep you guessing at what this is, but it's not finished and the product has not launched yet, but y'all got to see it here first. And see, these are I'm showing you this because I'm showing you that these are the types of die cuts that I do. Intricate die cuts. And for the types of projects that these companies have me do, my machine, my cutting plates better work darn right. Don't you think? Otherwise, I would be die cutting all day long, getting nowhere, right? So, yeah. So, anyways, to be fair to y'all and to be fair to me, because of the type of die cutting that I do, and I know that I'm repeating myself here, I have to use intricate die cuts. Hi! Oh my gosh, Brian, we haven't spoken in like forever. Forever. How are you, Brian? I'm hoping that you're okay and that your blood pressure and that your salt and everything is okay. So yeah, I'm just doing this live here because I made a boo-boo earlier and I thought, you know what, let me go ahead and just redo it and show you it. Okay, so this goes with this right along here, which was the very first butterfly that I did earlier when I was using the mats the wrong way. Yeah, you know what? Using the mats the wrong way actually worked a heck of a lot better than using them the right way. And so, okay, the other sample that I did for you earlier, I'm sorry. Okay, the other sample that I did for you earlier is this cute butterfly. I love these little butterflies. See, my plan is that once this is done and it's time to embellish, I don't know, I may do something like 3D-ish over here, and you know, I'm still trying to figure out how to work this. Because I don't have any images to go by. They just sent me the dies and said, here, it's due on such and such date. And I'm like, what is it? Yeah, and so, oh gosh, but it's fun. It's fun trying to figure these things out. Okay, and so the second die cut that I did earlier was the base. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the base. And the paper that I used earlier was that Minte cardstock. And the Minte cardstock is just like any other good quality cardstock, right? So let's go ahead and use that on the machine using the Magic Mat. And remember, I'm not testing the machine. I'm testing the Magic Mat. And because I love my machine. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Love it. You know, because, and I had to get it because, you know what, guys, the cranking, you know, even though I love my Spellbinders machines and they are fantastic machines, the cranking was just getting too much, and every time I would do that motion, it would kill my spine. So I just had to break down and get me one of these. Okay, so the second die cut, okay, it okay, got stuck a little bit, but it's okay, alrighty? It did a good die cut, as y'all can see, alrighty? So this is the base of the smaller butterfly. And now we are going to do, just like in my first sample, we're going to do the intricate die. And the intricate die, as you can see, not only does it have the little designs, but it also has the embossed designs, you know? And so let's go ahead and do that, because when I watched the scrapbook.com video where she's going through the motions and everything, and I took a look at the paper she was using, and I was like, I use thicker paper than that, so let me redo this whole thing. And alrighty, I'm using the intricate one here, and I'm using the same Minte, whatchamacallit, this. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now I'm going to pass it through once, and I'm hoping that it does very well. Okay. So, and notice how, okay, in the scrapbook.com video, when she peels this out, the design is supposed to stay here, but none of my die cuts so far has the design stayed or whatever. And so, okay, I am showing this to you now. Let me take a look. Okay, I am showing this to you now, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but this side, it die cut well here and here, but not here. And on this side, it did not die cut well at all over here. And this is just regular cardstock, y'all. So it's going to have to go through a second pass with a shim in order for it to work. Okay? Now, I'm going to lay it back down and let me get another shim. Alrighty, that's a good shim right there. And here we go. Okay. There goes the shim. Minte cardstock, which is just like any other regular cardstock out there. It looks like, wait. Nope, it's gonna need a third pass, y'all. Okay, it's gonna need a third pass. So let me turn this thing over, because it's not coming out so well over here on this side. So let's see, I'm gonna need to use, this is a little bit thicker than this right here, so let me run it again. Okay. It should, yep, now it finally cut. Finally cut. Alrighty, let me get rid of some of those little pieces. It got rid of some, but not all, so let me just poke through these. And this is with a third pass, guys, and the little pieces are falling off fairly easy, okay? And the thing is, I don't want y'all to get the impression, yeah, that's the right word, impression that I'm saying anything bad about this product. No, not at all. I just want to be drop dead honest with you. I don't want you to lose my credibility, and I don't want that. I don't want that. Y'all have trusted me all along to be drop dead honest with you. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to plug y'all in. And I will remain to be honest with you. And so I did have to run it 3 times. By the 3rd time, I needed to use a thicker cardstock. And this is the piece that's going to go on top of this. We could do it like so, so that y'all can see. And as you can see, it is beautifully embossed and everything. And the thing about it too is that, okay, does it do what it says it's going to do? Yeah, kind of, sort of. I mean, in the scrapbook.com video, they use these tiny little, not tiny little, I'm sorry, these paper thin, whatchamacallit, these. And as a matter of fact, this is paper thin. I can go ahead and just kind of like do a small pass with this one. Just kind of, sort of, so that it should do what their video, what they show in their video. So let's go ahead and do that. This is just one pass with a paper thin cardstock, piece of cardstock. Okay. This is as thin of a cardstock weight that I own. Alrighty, this is from that Hobby Lobby thin, you know, stuff that always goes on sale. And look, one pass and it did not cut through the entire way. Okay, but there is a silver lining. Not everything is lost. Okay, see how it just didn't cut here? Not everything is lost, because look, the intention for the magic mat, the intention for this is to save us money, right? Because y'all know, especially those of you, ladies and gentlemen, who are in design team, and maybe you're not in design teams, maybe you do projects every day, every other day, and do project shares. Y'all know how quickly these will warp, how quickly they get all ugly and everything. And depending on how much wear and tear there is on this, sometimes that comes out on your paper, on your cardstock itself. So the intention for this is to save us money. And if you don't mind using shims and running it 2, maybe 3 times, then it's doing its job, okay? I'm still going to give it 4 out of 5 stars because I'm looking at the intent. The intent for this was to save me money, alrighty, so that I wouldn't have to go through 2 of these every 3-4 weeks and order some new plates, you know, because if you do the math throughout the year, this winds up costing you a small fortune, alrighty. So I'm still able to use this magic mat with just 1 plate, and once this plate is, you know, kaput, I'll pull out the second half of this plate and use it again over here. Now this says that it's self-healing, and I am going to show it to you like so. I have yet to see, the video is lagging. Yeah, this is supposed to be self-healing, and I still see the little marks and everything on there, so I don't know how long it takes to heal. What I like about it is that it's flexible, like so that way when it starts doing that natural warp, you know how these plates begin to warp? Okay, I can fix it. I like that part about it. I can still fix it. And then the price, you guys, okay, it is at a very reasonable price right now. And if it's going to save me money, I still think that it's a good deal. Like I said, if you don't mind adding the shims, if you don't mind doing the 2 or 3 runs. And sometimes we have to do those 2 and 3 runs anyways, right? And so let me just show you something. Oh no, I was about to show you these other plates that are so warped and so scratched, but I just remembered that they went on the recycle box out this morning, so sorry about that. I was going to do a comparison thing, okay? But no, all in all, I'm still giving it 4 out of 5 stars, okay? And I only knock out one star because of that, adding the shim type of thing, okay? But in all, I am satisfied with this. If it's going to save me money, by all means, I'm going to be using it all the time. And like I stated in my earlier video, this comes in 3 sizes, and this is the other size that I got because in some of the dies that I get from these companies, sometimes they are longer than usual, and so I need to use extender plates. And when I got these extender plates, guys, these were like, I think these were like 25 bucks. I could be wrong, but they're not cheap, okay? And if one of these is going to keep me from having to buy these every so often, then by all means, you know, I'm all for the Magic Mat, okay? So, yeah. And I just wanted to do this, redo this demonstration live right here with you because I wanted to give you an honest to goodness review. You know, when the lady, I saw somebody commenting and she said, you know, you're using them wrong. I was like, okay. And I went to bed and I was like, you know, just, I was out for the count, okay? My meds, alrighty? And so I woke up and I was like, you know what? I owe it to my viewers. I owe it to scrapbook.com to redo this because I want to be honest, truthful in everything that I do and everything that I show in my channel, okay? That way, if you decide to order these from me, you don't have any unpleasant surprises and say Sandy lied, blah, blah, blah. She said it was great, but no. I am showing you right here and now exactly how it works, how it truly is, and that way you can make up your own minds on whether or not you want to get this product. You know, as for me, it works fine. It's fine. You know, no biggie. So yeah, this is all that I wanted to show you, and let me read some of the comments. Hang on just a moment. Let me get to the where's the comments? Where's the comments? I'm looking for comments and I can't find. No, oh my. Okay. Excuse me. Let me see. Let me see if I could. Hi, Ryan. Hope you feel better. Thanks. I'm reading the comments real quick. So the map's supposed to minimize cutting or cut the intricate clean. Yes. Okay. Jimmy Lonnie says, so the mat is supposed to minimize the cutting, or is it supposed to cut the intricate clean? It's supposed to. Okay. How they present this product is that it's supposed to give you a clean cut and save you money in the long run. All right, that's their claim. And you already saw how it cut, okay? But see, go, if you want to, go back to the, go to the scrapbook.com YouTube where they show you how they use it, and notice the type of dies that they're using and the weight of paper that they're using. They're not using dies like these. They're using, you know, a square frame die, a simple square frame die, and they're using flimsy cardstock like this, okay? So, of course, it's going to cut like butter when you don't have any intricate designs. But you and I know, Jimmy, that we do not use just plain dies day in and day out, okay? most of our projects have dies like these, right? So that's why I wanted to show you with dies like these in my first video and in this video. Alrighty, and you know, and in actuality, when I'm doing projects that require a square or a rectangle die, after my first cut, I don't know if y'all do this because it takes time to run it through the machine and everything. What I do is I measure. I take the measurements of the square or the measurements of the rectangle, and it's a heck of a lot quicker for me to just use my paper trimmer and trim the dang thing. Okay, so I really don't use my die cutting machine to die cut squares and rectangles all day long. No, no, no. I use it on intricate die cuts. Okay, and yeah, but you don't see them doing that in the video. Alrighty, and I just wanted to show you, you know, an actual use. And so let's see, that answers Jimmy Lonnie's question. Let me get back on. Okay, it wasn't me, Brian. It wasn't me, but hey, what a surprise you're gonna get, right? Okay, so Jimmy Lonnie says, when Sandy means to last, true. I have a card. It is the oldest one I have, and the way she did the card, it is long lasting. Yes, yes, we're talking about the, whatchamacallit, watercolor paper, right? I hope that's what you mean, the watercolor paper, yes. I love to do my intricate die cuts on watercolor paper. Now, you can use your heavy cardstock, but if you do a side-to-side comparison, you're going to find that even your heavyweight or heavy-duty cardstock is still not the same thing. Okay, because you're going to notice a difference, trust me, when you start peeling off the little, whatchamacallit, you know, these little thingies, like so, you're going to notice that some of them will still tear, whereas with these hold up fairly well. So that's why I like to use these, and that's why you saw me use it here, because this is what I use, guys, you know. So, yeah, and let's see. It sure makes a difference. Yes, it does, Bonnie. So Jimmy Lonnie says, true, when you're doing the work, the cuts on the plates, sometimes it transfers to your projects. Yes. Yes, sometimes it transfers to your projects. And, you know, especially when you're using mirror cardstock, and y'all have seen me use mirror cardstock a bunch of times. Okay, and you know, you want to get that pretty design, but sometimes you get to see the scratches on it, and that just, you know, it's not pretty when you can see all them scratches on it. So this is supposed to save you from that, because it saves your plates. So I'm happy about that. Let's see, and Brian says, I've had my Big Shot 3 months, and the plates are warping like madman. Yes! Oh my gosh, see, now I am so sorry that I put my plates in the recyclable box today. I tell you, okay, those plates, Brian, they were like this. They were no longer flat, okay? They were going like this. Okay, so that way whenever I'd have to put them down here, it would be pop, 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 pop. And on top of that, all them scratches were showing. I'd be like, oh man, I gotta get new plates. But yeah, and I don't know what it is about these, you know. Why is it that they eventually go like that? Because, alrighty, I've done it every single which way that I could when I'm using these plates. You know, you go through one time, and then for the next die, how I use them, eventually they wind up going like this, and they're all scratched up and everything, and I'm like, oh man. You know, and so yeah. Let's see, does anybody else have any further comments or questions? Oh, Brian says, I emailed Craftstash about their design team today. I hope to hear from them soon. Yay! That's fantastic. Yeah, I have a Facebook page. What is it called? DecorateYourLife.com, I believe. Okay, and in my group, I've posted a link for the Craftstash design team. They say that they are always looking for new crafters, and they want to spread their visibility in the American market, which is understandable, you know. And y'all have seen me do hauls, Craftstash hauls and everything, and I really do like their products. And the difference that I'm finding between their dies and stamps versus the American brand dies and stamps is that theirs cost a heck of a lot less, you know. And I was like, wow, because like I was showing you earlier, this is a product that they have, yet to launch, and y'all get to see the sneak peek right here. It's supposed to be a lantern. I still don't know how I'm making how I'm gonna turn this into a lantern, because I don't have any pictures or anything, you know, just the dies and, you know, launch date. So I'm like, am I doing this right? I sent a message to the person who designed the dies, and I'm like, help me. Am I going, and am I headed in the right direction? But you know. And so anyways, what I have found, see, I think it's supposed to go like this, and then I have a whole mess of other dies, and I got to figure out what I'm going to do over here. But anyways, yeah, for their dies in the UK designers, see, for something like this, I'm thinking, and I'm just going to just pick a name out of the air. For example, Spellbinders. Let's say if this was a Spellbinders product, y'all know that this set of dies would be going for 50 bucks. Okay? Easy, 50 bucks. But not in the UK. Okay? That's where I'm getting at. And they have a ton, well, not a ton, they have a handful of really fantastic designers that I'm getting to know on a personal level, that I admire, that some people like Christina Griffiths. Oh my gosh, I am such a big fan of Christina Griffiths, and I've been following her since her Spellbinders days, because she used to be a designer for Spellbinders, okay, until one day she got to launch her own brand, and I was like, hey! And I remember a couple of years ago when she launched, maybe it was several years ago, when she launched her own brand, and she started doing these videos, and I asked her, where can I get your dies? Any stores in the US? And she was like, sorry, these are available in the UK. But now they're making them available anywhere that their postal service delivers to. And so, yeah, if you haven't given Craftstash a look-see, I highly recommend that you do, especially if you like those fancy, intricate dies, but you don't want to have to pay 50, 60, 70 bucks for them. Go ahead and check them out, because they are extremely well made. For example, here's another sneak peek. This is one of the dies that I have yet to figure out what to do with. And just look at the curves and look at everything, okay? And everything is designed so well. It doesn't look like a first grader drew it or anything like that. It is the lines, the curves are very well done, and the thing is, you're not paying an arm and a leg for them. So yeah, give them a whatchamacallit, is it craftstash.us.com? I forget, but I will put my affiliate link for Craftstash as well down below if it's not already there. And I know that this is supposed to be a scrapbook.com matte thing video, but somehow I got off at a tangent with Craftstash. But yeah, go ahead and give them a try. If you don't mind waiting for your stuff for a few weeks because, you know, of the pandemic and everything, postal service is taking a lot longer than it should. But yeah, if you don't mind waiting a few weeks, and if you don't mind paying those lower prices for some really fantastic designs, go ahead and give them a try. Alrighty, and please use my affiliate links whenever possible. Oh, Bonnie says she loves Craftstash. So yeah. Oh, hi, Debbie. Debbie, I have something for you, but I haven't been able to get to the post office. Okay, I have my entry. Debbie right now is holding a, whatchamacallit, what is that thing that you put on your Christmas tree? Oh my gosh, my words escape me. I'm telling you, one of these days I'm just going to be a mute because nothing comes out anymore. Oh! Ornaments. Yes, she's having an ornament giveaway challenge, and I believe it's still open, right, Debbie? And I did my video response I'm getting dizzy. Several weeks ago, but I have yet to mail it out to her, and I will more than likely this weekend, Debbie. Okay, I just got to package it and put it out in the mail to you. And I would also like to remind you all that I too am holding a giveaway challenge that closes on November 30th. It is a memory decks card challenge, and I will try my best to remember to put that link to my video in the area, right on description area of this video, so you can check it out if you are interested. And so yeah, that is all that I have to say. Yes, ornament. Brian's like, ornament? Yeah. Ornament, Brian. And so yeah, that's what it's like to be menopausal, okay? Brian, you're amongst a bunch of menopausal women here. Excuse me just a moment, I gotta take a drink. So yeah, that is all that I have. Does anybody else have any questions or comments for me? Okay, so yeah, I think that's going to be pretty much it. Thank you all so very much for coming on here and joining me in my live video. If you came in late, go ahead and watch the replay. I don't want to make this video too long for you. Just to reiterate, I just wanted to come on here because I had made a mistake on how I was using these, and a lady pointed that out, and so I said to myself, you know what, to be fair to not only to scrapbook.com, but to myself and to my viewers, I need to redo this video. And I just wanted to go ahead and do it live so that y'all can see everything at real time. So, okay guys, bye. Hey honey. Okay, and you?